breathing. I was in this waiting room in the hospital with my two daughters, Sarah, who was 12, and Elizabeth, who was 10 at the time. And eventually the doctor came out and he said that Katie did have ovarian cancer and it had spread in her abdomen. I asked if we could see Katie. We went into the ICU and my oldest daughter backed up against the wall and started to faint. Eventually on the way out of the hospital, my youngest daughter just stopped walking on the way out and started sobbing. I set a lot of my business things aside during that season because I knew we really had to focus on Katie. And we just had this outpouring of affection. It surprised me that those connections, those relationships really helped us get through a difficult season. And we experienced a lot of joy, surprisingly, during a period where there was a lot of anxiety. There could be a lot of anxiety. And eventually we heard from the doctors at Sloan Kettering that Katie's cancer-free and she's doing great today. I knew, I had done my research, I knew this was one of the best teams in the world when it came to ovarian cancer. So that was a very rational reaction. But I had a second reaction, and it was that I knew they cared because I could feel it that day. And that made all the difference. At the end of the day, I just felt more optimistic that with this great team behind us that cared about Katie and our family, that maybe we could get through the season ahead.